Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Old Testament Thursday. I'm Pastor Adam, and I'm so excited you decided to tune in, check out, and see what we've got going on today. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're having a fantastic week. I hope you're just killing it this week. You're doing such a great job. Hey, I've got continuing on in our series today about what did Jesus say. It's Old Testament Thursday, so you know we're going to bring it back into the Old Testament. I'm sure of it. And so, hey, I've got a question for you. How do you know that Jesus was the Messiah? How do you know? Check out what John says in John chapter 8, starting at verse 13. It says, "The Pharisees challenged him. 'Here you are, appearing as your own witness. Your testimony is not valid.' Verse 14, Jesus answered, 'Even if I testify on my own behalf, my testimony is valid. For I know where I come from and where I am going. But you have no idea where I come from or where I am going. You judge by human standards. I pass judgment on no one. But if I do judge, my decisions are true because I am not alone. I stand with the Father who sent me. In your own law it is written that the testimony of two witnesses is true. I am one who testifies for myself. My other witness is the Father who sent me.'" And they go on and they say, "Well, who's your Father and who's this?" Jesus mentions the Old Testament here. He goes, "Hey, I know that the law says you got to have two witnesses. But check this out. I'm one witness because I'm the only one who knows where I come from and where I'm going." I think he could have said his mom. But I don't know how that works in an argument here. Well, my mom, I don't know if that works that way. But Jesus says, "I'm half the witnesses. The other witness is my Father." And then they get into another discussion about who is Jesus' Father. He says, "You know their Father because you've seen me." Jesus is letting everybody know, maybe subtly, that he is indeed the Messiah. He goes, "I come because my Father has sent me." Who's his Father? God the Father. That's the one who sent him. Check this out in verse 19. "Then they asked him, 'Where is your Father?' 'You do not know me or my Father.' Jesus replied, 'If you knew me, you would know my Father also.' He spoke these words while teaching in the temple courts near a place where offerings were put. Yet no one seized him because his hour had not yet come." Jesus is telling them, if you knew me, you would also know my Father. Why? Because everything that Jesus did, he did because his Father told him to do it. He's letting them know, if you guys truly knew who the Father was and you knew who I was, it would all make sense to you. So my question for you, if you ever question or wonder if Jesus is the Messiah, ask yourself, do you really know Jesus? Do you really know God? Think about that for a minute. You know Jesus as the Messiah because you know Jesus, and you know God the Father. Because God the Father sent Jesus down to us. It's a pretty fundamental thing. But what I want to get at this morning, or whenever you watch this video, is that to know that Jesus is the Messiah is to know the Father. And if you know the Father, then you know Jesus. Because they're together. They are the Trinity. They work together. They do different things, but they are the same. They come together. They are the three in one. The great mystery of the Bible, the great mystery of the Trinity. But Jesus is the Messiah because we can tell by who he is. Even if the law, the Old Testament said you need to have two witnesses, hey, Jesus is one of them. And you know, Jesus is a pretty good witness. And the Father is the other one. Hey, I'm Pastor Adam. This has been Old Testament Thursday. Thanks for tuning in and checking out what we see going on today. See you next time.